good, thinking I would ever come around to this. Wrote me off, chalked it all up, can tell you're better off since I left. You may have found somebody else who gives you what you want. But what if you didn't? What if you're waiting for me to come back home? What if I showed up ready to love you? What if I asked for one more try? What if I told you there's nothing I won't do to bring us back to life? What if I got honest and put my heart out on the line? What if and what if I go my whole life wondering? What if I showed up ready to love you? What if I asked for one more try? What if I told you there's nothing I won't do to bring us back to life? What if I got honest and put my heart out on the line? What if
Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/offthebeatenpath and join the conversation of new and up-and-coming country music. Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt, and I'm liking to welcome my first ever, I can say this without a doubt, my first ever Alaskan cowboy. I've got Doug Briney on the phone. Doug, how you doing?
Ben, I'm doing well. How about you today?
I'm doing spectacular. Now, I'm in northern Wisconsin, so I know I'm not nearly as chilly as you are up there. And you're in Anchorage, correct?
I am in Anchorage. I'm in Anchorage right now, but I've been watching the weather. And y'all down, you just got some snow here recently, right?
Yeah, well, it was snowing yesterday. It's raining today. Who knows? By the end of this weekend, we could be seeing in the 50s, though. So I don't know how close you guys are to 50.
We're approaching it real quick. I think we're 48, 49 today. It's supposed to be our high. So it's nice and sunny. Our snow is finally melting.
Well, there you go. Who knows? Maybe you're ahead of schedule than we are. Now, Doug, I like to start every interview with 2 icebreaker questions, just to kind of break the ice and get everybody in the same mindset, all right?
Sure.
All right, Doug. Question number 1, and you may have just answered it, but now I want a little bit more specific. Where are you right now?
I'm at the corner of Tudor and C Street in Anchorage, Alaska, getting ready to make a U-turn.
Really? Just driving around, eh?
Yeah, I'm just driving around, getting ready, running some errands this morning, and just made my U-turn and headed back to the AT&T store.
Well, give them hell because they, obviously, I don't know.
Is that specific enough?
That is quite specific. Yes, I like that. So
there you go.
Well, in theory, you probably answered the second question. What are you doing right now? Because we all know that when we're on the phone, obviously we can do 2 or 3 things at once. So,
I'm pulling into the AT&T parking lot, and I'm going to be sitting here for completing the interview before I go in and see if I can't replace my belt holder and find out what's going on with my iPhone.
Well, there you go. That is, Doug, I think that's probably the most specific answer I've gotten yet. So I will hold everyone to your standard from now on. It'll be the Doug standard. How about that?
All right, that'll work.
It'll be the Doug Briney standard of how close you were to specific, all right?
There you go.
Now, Doug, as I said at the beginning, I've never heard of or met an Alaskan cowboy. Now, you and I were chatting off air. You you said that you know the cowboy way of life through the music industry more than through the backside of an animal, correct?
That's correct. I come at it more from the music side of it than I do from the animal side, working ranch side. I've helped out on a ranch and have helped out on ranches and helped out on farms, but you know, and I do know how to throw a line and do a little bit of roping, but I come at it more from the music side.
Well, again, you said that you can handle yourself around the backside, and I said, yes, I handle myself wide around the backside of an animal. I like to stay far away from the backside of animals. So you're definitely more cowboy than I am. How about that? Now, Doug, you're, like I said, brand new. I've heard a couple of your tunes. I like it. I'm big into the sound that you've got there. And you just released an album earlier, about a year ago, correct?
Correct. Yeah, it was the very first album that we ever released. It was called "It's All Country." I produced and did everything on this one myself, and we put that out in March and March 2012, and it has done very well for me this past year, and still doing well, and real excited with that. We turned over the digital distribution to CDM Records in October, and they actually got that up online and everything running in January, and so we've been doing very well with that.
So we can find your album online somewhere. Where would we be able to find that? Would that be on iTunes and Amazon, I'm guessing?
It sure would. iTunes, Amazon, the Google store.
Basically anywhere you can find digital media. Got it.
Thank you. That helps me out. Yes,
absolutely.
I'm not specific with that.
But Doug, again, like you said, that is the name of that one is "It's All Country." The title track on that one's a pretty good tune, correct? I've heard it once. Didn't get a chance to re-listen to it to really get the intricacies. Tell us a little bit about "It's All Country," the title track off of that album.
Yeah, you know, "It's All Country." I fell in love with this song the moment I heard it. Because I see a lot of myself in this. You know, country music is evolving so much. I mean, it's changing so rapidly, even just the past 5 years. But when you look at where country music has been over the last 50 years, it's really evolved and changed. And you know, there's diehards who don't want anything to change. You know, they want to keep this very, very traditional sound. And then you've got guys like Jason Aldean that are really pushing the envelope and incorporating even kind of a country rap involved in that. And you've got not polarizing, but two different extremes on this. You know, keep it all the same and let's change it as fast as we can. And this song really just sums up, hey guys, let's all get along.
Well, there you go.
This is we all come from the same spot. We're part of the same family. We all get along, and let's do it because it's all country.
That is a perfect way of looking at it because, you know, there are some days when I want to throw on a Waylon album, and then there's other days when I'm rocking out to Eric Church in the car. You know, it's all country. So how about this, Doug?
There you go.
We'll take a listen to it, and then we'll come back and we'll chat some more about maybe the new project that you got in the works, all right?
A family feud is brewing on the streets of Music Road. A tug of war we've seen before. Out what's country on the radio. You got diehards from the old school. New kids like to change. Why can't we all just get along, y'all? Join our hands and sing. It's Hank, it's Reba, Kenny, Waylon Strait, Swift and Martina, Carrie and Jones, and the list goes on. Deep roots from the family seed, all branches of the same old tree. Yeah, it's all country. Yeah, it's all country. 'cause some don't like hard country pop. But the king once got 'em all shook up with his blend of blues and rock. The legends are the foundation the new guns are building on. It's a great big house we live in. There's room for everyone. And it's Hank, it's Reba, Kenny, Waylon Strait, Swift and Martina, Carrie and Jones, and the list goes on. Deep roots from the family seed, all branches of the same old tree. Yeah, it's all country. Yeah, it's all country. It's old, it's new, it's red, white, and blue. A steel guitar and an attitude. And it's old Hank, it's Reba, Kenny, Waylon Strait, Swift and Martina, Harry and Jones, and the list goes on. Deep roots from the same old sea, all branches of the same old tree. Yeah, it's all country. Yeah, it's all country. Shout with me, it's all country. Yeah, yeah, it's all country. Let's agree, it's all country. Yeah, it's all country.
So there you go. That's the title track off of the gentleman that I've got with me on the phone, the original Alaskan Cowboy. I got Doug Briney on the line, sir. How are you?
Ben, I'm still doing great, man. Enjoying the sunshine sitting here in the truck.
All right. That was the title track off of your first album, It's All Country. I'm digging that one, and it's got a great message. You're right. Everything is just country, no matter if it's new age stuff or if you're throwing on an old Waylon or Merle album. Either way, it's country. So, Doug, I appreciate hearing stuff like that coming out of new artists because it just kind of makes me excited to see the direction that everybody's going. And now, Doug, I got a question for you. I'm looking at your stat sheet here, and you are the active pastor of the Cowboy Church of Anchorage. Is that like your name for your fan club?
No, that's the legitimate church that I do pastor here. We started about 4 years ago here in Anchorage. We've lived in Alaska for the past 22 years.
Wow.
So this has been home, and I've been involved in music and church work my entire adult life. And about 4 years ago, we began the Cowboy Church of Anchorage, and so we are a real church. We're a Southern Baptist church.
In one of the most northern states in the country.
In one of the most northern states in the country, that's right. Not one of the most.
Yeah, that's true. Yes.
There you go. Yeah.
I consider Canada to be a junior United States country or state.
Yeah, they might not like that very much
probably
over there in Quebec. That's all right. Saskatchewan, they might have a few things to say, but hey, it's a great church. We use country music all in our worship service. We take traditional songs as well as some of the new praise music, and we countrify it a little bit. We have a steel guitar, we have a stand-up bass, a couple guitars with me, and a dobro, so we use our music that way. My messages are very simple. I try not to use a lot of big words, basically because I don't understand them. So, we have a lot of fun with it.
Well, good. I like to see that you're kind of taking the country music church, as in the Grand Ole Opry, to the Great White North of Alaska. That's awesome.
That's it.
So there you go. Well, Doug, this is the moment in time here in the show where we start talking about your brand new project that you got coming up. You're going to start working on a new album here pretty soon, aren't you?
Oh man, we've been working since August on this project, rounding up songs and listening and pulling things together. And I am so excited, Ben. I really am. I can't hardly wait. May 15, 16, 17, I'll be in the recording studio. Really excited about this. Partnering up with Tape Records, and they're producing this album for me, and